last living wailer of Bob Marley and the Wailers fame, Beverly Kelso, is on a remake of the 1963 ska classic Simmer Down with Richie Stephens. The record's producer and Miss Kelso's manager is Claude Big Stone Sinclair, who is right now right here on our stage with more on this special project. Claude, sir, blessed love. Good to have you back on our stage, sir.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Oh, man, anytime, boss, anytime. All right, sir, so how did you pull this together, this record?
Well, it started actually about 25 years ago when I actually met Miss Beverly Kelso for the first time. She was introduced to me by a brother by the name of Al Bent in Trenchtown.
Yes.
And he told me that this is a whaler. But because her name is not out there as the others, you know, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh,
yes,
Man Bunny, I was taken aback because Beverly Kelso wasn't an household name for me. Mm-hmm. When I did my research, I found out that she was an original whaler. Started off with the group when she was only 14 years old.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, wow, this is amazing. But there was no social media at that time, so we couldn't do much in highlighting her. But she kept in contact with me over the years. And last year, she came to Jamaica, called me up, and things got a little bit serious. It was in October, and there was the award ceremony going on, you know, the government award and so on.
Special award, yeah.
So myself and George Pang, which is a very good friend of yours, and Little Lenny, decided to honor this lady. And we put together 3 massive trophies and make the presentation to her. A lot of people started calling me, inquiring about her, and I said, Bev, listen, we need to do something in regards to your recording. And she said, I'm a little shy, I don't think I might want to go back into the studio. It's been over 50-something years.
Ooh.
And I said, Bev, you need to go back into the studio. And we got her into the studio, and I said, how could I find someone that is going to equate with a Beverly Kelso in ska? And I didn't have to go further. I didn't have to look further. There was Richie Stephens.
Yes.
Now, Richie Stephens, you remember from the Evan Sterling case with Little Lenny.
Yes.
And Richie Stephens had that kind of a heart when it comes to a situation like that. Because here is Beverly, started the group when she was only 14 years old, did over 25 songs. She recorded Simmer Down, Hurts to Be Alone, Lonesome Feeling,
yes,
and 22 other songs with Bob, Peter, Bunny, and Junior Brathwaite. But for some reason, she gets swept under the carpet. Yes. So here we are now.
But that time, the Wailers was more the Wailers.
The Wailers, yes, at that time.
There was no Bob Marley.
There was no Bob Marley and the Wailers.
There was no lead man out there.
Exactly.
As such.
Exactly.
So those records sometimes are not connected with the work of the Wailers.
That is so true.
Yeah.
But when we did the research, though, because we went up by jams, and we wanted to find out if really and truly these records do exist.
Yes.
And when they did a research and a check, they found her name on over 25 songs that she got credited for,
okay,
but didn't receive a penny from any of these recordings. So I said to myself, we have to do something. And we went into the studio with Richie and recorded Simmer Down. Then we said, Bev, you have to come back to Jamaica because we have to shoot a music video. She said, well, you know, I've never been in a music video before. I said, Bev, you have to do it. Anyway, she came back and we got one of the best video team together, Terminal Media, and they did a fantastic job. We spent 4 days shooting the videos in Trenchtown, and of course we went to Bob Marley's statue at the National Stadium and did a piece over there. And
nice.
It was a tearjerker, to be honest with you. A bittersweet moment for me because when I look back at the fact that here's a woman that started the group when she was only 14. She's now 76 years old, still working in the Bronx. Not music, but working a modest job.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I said, how can we remove that and give her a little bit of what she so rightly deserves?
Pause for me, Claude, and let's take the video right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, massive and crew, introducing to you the only living original Wailers, Lady Beverly Kelso, alongside Richard Stevenson with a track called Simmer Down.
Simmer down. Wanna make you hot, so simmer down. Soon you'll get dropped, so simmer down. Man, you hear what I say? Simmer down. I want to simmer down. Hey. Long time people them used to say the sweet and the good that will run in the lane. Simmer down. Oh, control your temper. Simmer down. Oh, the battle will be hotter. Simmer down. Men just hear what I say. Simmer down. Oh, get on the knees and start to pray. Simmer down. I want to simmer down. So it's a
Yes, sir.
Wow, Bridget. Well done, Bridget.
Thank you so much, Mr. Williams.
Wow.
You're the first to play it anywhere in the world, sir. This is a world premiere.
Oh, man.
And we thought more or less we would give you that, sir, because we remember Yvonne Sterling and the greatness that you have done for her.
Okay.
You was moved to tears when you heard of the plight of this lady who have sung over 100 songs. And she eventually died 3 months later. She didn't get a chance to really get what she really deserved. So here we are again with Miss Beverly Kelso, 76. And she's moving, as you can see in the video, dancing and healthy. And we're so happy for her. Very happy.
An original member of the great, iconic Wailers. Wow, Bridget.
They say the Wailers is the biggest group ever to come out of Jamaica, and also the greatest group anywhere in the world because they beat the Beatles as being #1.
Yes.
So the Wailers is on top of things.
The Wailers as a group, as a standalone brand
is the #1 group in the world.
Wow. Reggie, we appreciate this a
Thank
lot.
you so much, sir.
Thanks for this work. Richie Stevens, sir.
I have to say something though, Winford, about Richie, because Richie is
Yes.
that kind of a human being that when I asked him to be the part of this project, he said, Big Son, this is a no-brainer. I'll do it for you because I understand when someone is down and didn't get their just. I'm always like that. My grandmother grew me up like that. My mother grew me up like that. And it is a no-brainer. So I have to big up Richie Stephen wherever he is. Also, I want to big up Little Lenny and George Pang because these people was instrumental in bringing her to where she is. It didn't just start with me. Paul Burke, we had Clyde McKenzie, who's about to write a book, Earths to Be Alone. This will be out in the earlier part of 2025. So we're working on a number of things for her.
Nice.
So it is an honor for me to do
It's
it.
never
yeah.
too late, Reggie.
Never too late.
Wow.
She's very teary, and she misses Bob real much because Bob was like her favorite. She
Yes.
loved Bob. She saying nice things about everyone in the group, but Bob especially was her heartbeat. He took care of her. And she even mentioned the fact that when she was a little girl at 14, she would save up her money. They didn't have much money to buy food and so on. So she would use her money to buy bulla. They drink some water in the studio before going into Mr. Dad. And then these songs came out. So these songs actually came out not on a full stomach, but you know, blood, sweat, and tears. And that's why we at Big Stone Records and all my associates is working so hard to make sure that Bev gets what she
Oh
deserves.
boy, I thank you, sir, for bringing it to our stage. This story, this world premiere of
Thank you.
this classic record,
Thank you.
and this is what you do.
Well, I
you-
enjoy doing it, you know, sir, living for the sake of others. As you know, I
Yes.
am a Garvey, as you can see. And people have been nice to me. You remember when I came and Bounty Killer gave me 300,000 for my congestive heart
right here on
failure?
the stage. Yeah,
Is because of the work that I did while he did that. You remember George Williams, a man who spent over 50 years in prison without being charged with a crime. I am there for him. Yvonne Sterling, the same thing. I'm there for her. Ernest Wilson, I'm there for him. Willie Francis, I'm there for him. And a lot of people helped me along the way. Eva Mahoney Brown is one of them. She's one of those persons who helped me a lot to make this possible. Maureen Gutsmore, my children, Claudia Sinclair, Sean and Shane, they helped me. My brother Glenn, my family was tight while I was going through my thing. And then here comes stage 4 prostate cancer. And I'm beating that left, right, and center. Started out with 72.81 in terms of my PSA, and I'm now down to a whopping 3.21, way below normal. So I'm looking good, I feel good, and I will continue to work assiduously to make sure those unjust get their justice. That is what Big Stone is all about.
Wow. So your label. Speak a little bit about your label.
Well, this label started in 1995. I migrated to the United States in 1980. I was a member of the Jamaica Defense Force. I was a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, playing trumpet in the Jamaica Constabulary Force band. And after I left and migrated to America and come back to Jamaica, I saw where our youngsters were misguided. So my label was actually built to bring these misguided youths to the fore. Some of my first youngsters was Turbulence the Future. I met Turbulence when he was only 16 years old. Gave him the microphone and told him how great he was. Then Nesbeth won my talent competition in 1998.
Yes.
And then everything else just flowed sweetly. Mr. Gaddy Gaddy, you name them, Warrior King. I go into these garrison community and motivate these youngsters because I was born poor. I went to school barefooted. Nobody can tell me about white squall in my mouth being hungry. But my father and my mother stuck together, and they made sure even a piece of bread we would have before we go to bed. We never went to bed hungry. So with these natures instilled in me, this is where I want to be. I could have been living in the United States, Winford, if I want to, but I chose to come to Jamaica. If I'm gonna die, I want to die right here on this piece of the rock.
Wow.
I love this country to my heart.
Whoa. Your label is a
Big Stone Records.
Big Stone Records. Support it. Please. You heard. Why?
Thank you,
Need
sir.
I say anymore?
Thank you.
Support it. Reggie, we appreciate you coming through and sharing this with us.
Thank you, sir.
We wish you all the support. I don't know. Everything we can do for you, we will.
Thank you, sir.
You know,
Thank you so much.
because what you're doing is I don't see anyone else doing it, taking it to where you're taking it.
Thank you, sir.
And this resurrection.
Thank you.
I mean, I hate to say that, but
I want to big
Beverly
up, though.
Kelso,
I want to big
you
up.
cannot have a person like she just sitting out there alive, and she was a foundation member of the great Whalers group, my
that
friend.
ever come out
She
of
needs to
Jamaica.
be out here. We need to know her. We should celebrate her way more than than what we're doing. She received a government
No, not
recognition
yet.
last
We're
year.
working assiduously. We was hoping that she would be awarded at least the Order of Distinction this
Yes.
year, or the Order of Jamaica, or the Order of Merit.
Yes.
Because the work that she has done, most of the women that are anything these days are standing on the shoulder of Miss Beverly Kelso. And that is a tall order. You know, and that's why I have to big up people now like Richie Poole, who saw the dream, who was the person who announced at the
Yes,
beginning of the
yes,
video
Richie
that
Poole.
here is
Big
the
up, Poole, big up.
the only surviving whalers. Here
Yes.
she is. Big up yourself, Richie Poole.
Wow. Reg,
Thank you very much,
Lord,
sir.
it's so good to have you, sir.
You notice
As
I'm decked
usual.
out. You notice I'm decked out wearing my Afrocentric wear.
Oh, yes.
And the reason why I'm just like this because Beverly Kelso is a queen, and in representing a queen as a manager, I have to be a king. That is why I'm here, dressed the way I am today.
Oh, well, King Claude.
Thank you
sir.
again.
Thanks again.
Thank
Wow,
you for
what a
having me.
story right here. What a story.